So Hearthstone Mercenaries has been out for about a day now, and it's been surprisingly fun. I wanted to go over some of the synergies and kind of like how speed works. So this is not going to be something for advanced players. This is more for beginners who are trying to kind of just figure out how things work. Now, as you know, there are different like card types. There's protectors, there's fighters, and there's casters. And within that, there are other different things. There are humans, such as Cariel, Cornelius, Lich King, Varian, Tyrion, and all of these characters, and they generally kind of help each other out just by being human. At least when you're playing single player, you might get offered something that's for all your humans. Another thing would be Orc. You got Gul'dan, Samuro, Rokara, Sorfing, Garrosh, Grommash, and Thrall. And if you're playing through story mode, you're going to get offered items that might boost all your orcs. So if your team is mostly orc, that means most of your team is going to get a really nice buff. Now there are just tons and tons of different synergies. You could even look up like fire. You can make a fire team that has maybe it's got Ragnaros, maybe got Diablo in there, maybe got Antonidas or Baron Geddon. There's so many different synergies you should consider. And again, I'm going to go through some that I've found on the first day. These might change. Maybe these aren't optimal, but these are what I'm enjoying so far. Right now we got my Orc team, which I'm still messing around with, but Thrall is very, very good. He's Horde, he's an Orc, and he has really good moves, such as for the Horde, where he's going to give all my Orcs +2 attack, which means we probably want a lot of Orcs on our team. We got Garrosh in here to capitalize on that. He's also an Orc and has this other move that helps my other Orcs, give you Orcs +6 attack. And then we have Rokara, a nice synergy example here is Orc Onslaught. Deals damage for every other Orc you control. I should also upgrade this. Nice. Now in these teams, sometimes you just want to put characters that are really good. You don't necessarily need the synergies. Someone like Zyrella is a great example. She's just fantastic all around. She has some really good synergies with Samuro though, right? Because of speed. Let's talk about speed. This is very important. This has 3 speed, which means it's going to trigger before a 4 speed spell, a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10, but it's going to trigger after a 1 or a 2. So Flash Heal is a little bit slower than Blinding Luminance. Atonement is quite slow. It's 9 speed. So Luminance is going to happen way before Atonement. Now, if we have someone like Samuro, we can see Double Strike is relatively fast. It's at 4 speed. It attacks an enemy. If it was damaged this turn, gain 2 attack and attack it again. So it'll attack twice. But the problem is it's really fast, and well, not a lot of things will attack before this, and then you won't get the benefit of the double strike. So with Zyrella having a 3 speed move, you're able to use Blinding Luminance, and then you use your Samuro, and the double strike is going to happen twice because this has a speed of 3, which means it's going to happen before the speed of 4, which is double strike. Really, really cool. So for example, on our fire team, we might want to use Geddon, Ragnaros, and Antonidas. So Geddon has this spell called Inferno, which I should upgrade. Inferno deals 4 damage to all enemies, and if it's a fire combo, it's going to deal another 4 damage. Fire combo means someone has to cast something before this goes off that is also a fire spell. So you need a fire move to go off before this, and then the fire combo will activate. So we need something fire that goes off that's 5 or less speed. So we have Antonidas here who has Fireball at 4 speed, meaning this is going to go off before the Inferno 2. So doing something like Antonidas will allow our Geddon to get the fire combo off. We can even capitalize on this a little bit further by using something like Ragnaros. He has Magma Blast. It's going to be another fire combo that deals 12 instead, which means you can Antonidas, do the 7 damage. Then next, Ragnaros is going to go off with the Magma Blast fire combo doing 12 damage. And then you're going to have Geddon go off, which is going to do 4 damage twice here because both of these fire combos are activated. So that's really cool. You are a little bit weak here. Maybe your Antonidas might be a little bit vulnerable. So maybe a different synergy is better. But this is just kind of get the gist of how speed and synergies work. All right, so one of the coolest synergies I've found is in this Arcane team between Tyrande and Millhouse. So Tyrande has these arcane shots and stuff, but I haven't unlocked it yet. But this spell, Elune's Grace, Your next Arcane ability casts twice and is permanently 1 speed faster. That means of your whole team, the next spell that casts is going to happen twice. So the best way to capitalize on this by using someone like Millhouse. Millhouse has greater arcane missiles, which shoots 3 missiles at random enemies that deal 13 each. This is because I leveled it up to 3. But because Tyrande is going to cast this because it's 6 speed, that means Millhouse's arcane missiles are going to cast right after that, which means they're going to use the effect from Elune's Grace and cast twice. So this super slow, expensive move that is greater arcane missiles is normally going to do 13 damage 3 times. Well, now it's going to do 13 damage 6 times because it's going to cast twice. Not only that, it's going to make it a little bit faster for the next time you do want to use it. So that's pretty insane. And in order to protect Millhouse and Tyrande, I'm planning on running Cariel here because Cariel is able to taunt on the first turn, which means when other enemies are attacking, they have to hit Cariel, and she's going to protect Millhouse and Tyrande. Also, this has a speed of 1, meaning generally it's going to go off before any other move because it's so fast. Maybe the opponent has another 1 speed move and it's going to be a 50-50 between who goes first. But generally, this will be great at protecting your carries, essentially. Another great synergy here is going to be nature. Now, again, I still need to level these characters up, but I can't wait to try this one out when I have a little bit more time. Malfurion has this move, Cenarian Surge, which is going to do damage, but also all the characters' abilities are 2 speed faster the next turn, which really helps you maybe, get damage in before you actually get hit. Maybe you kill someone before they hit you and take some of your health. We also have Guff in here, which has this Living Brambles, which is going to deal damage 2 times if you get that nature combo off, which again means something nature needs to go off before this. And, maybe what's a nature spell that's a little quicker than 5? Well, we have Malfurion Cenarian Surge. So this is 4, which means Guff is going to get the nature combo version of Living Brambles. Another insane thing is Brucon. These are all just nature synergies. We have all these nature spells in this team, and Lightning Bolt is going to gain 3 nature damage. And this is pretty crazy because to my understanding, this is for your whole team for the rest of this round, which means everyone's getting +3 nature damage. So someone like Lady Anaconda or Serpent's Bite might not seem that good. It does 3 damage and then 3 damage. Well, now it's going to do 6 damage and then 6 damage. So that's a lot more. Plus, I believe this keeps on stacking, which gets really, really crazy and really buffs up your damage. More fantastic nature spells here with having Thrall, one of my favorite characters, dealing 8 damage to all enemies. I'm just constantly spamming Lightning Storm. I think Thrall's my highest level character at the moment. So getting +3 damage is now going to do 11, which is, it's crazy. It's a lot of damage. So I'm really excited to try this out. Another character who does have nature, who I've not messed around with too much, but is a really, really cool character, is Brightwing. And Brightwing has all these nature spells, buffs up your bench, and then can trade with another minion or merc in your bench. And there's just all these different things you can try. The fact that you can buff all your mercs, right, relatively reliably, pretty cool. Maybe you want to do that on something like King Crush, who might just get massive on the bench, and then you end up pulling Brightwing out. Brightwing is going to swap with King Crush. King Crush is going to be massive. You're going to have Apex Predator, and just going to constantly just like crush all these different enemies. So I'm really excited to try something like that out. Now, there are different things you should consider when doing PvP and PvE. Right now, I'm mostly just doing PvE to kind of level up my characters. I've yet to try PvP. I imagine the synergies are going to be a little bit different. But I'm just really excited for Hearthstone Mercenaries in general, how the meta is going to kind of shape up. The format is a ton of fun. There's a bunch of grinding going on, just, you know, doing all these different levels and all these cool themes that you can try out. So even if you didn't pre-order anything, it's still it's fun. You can play and grind and try it out, you know, see if you enjoy it. But yeah, let me know what you all think about this. What synergies have I maybe overlooked, or what synergies are your favorite? Be sure to let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Good luck on ladder and stay hydrated.